What's up, everyone? This is Nate, and I'm back with the next year in my top 5 movies from every year that I have been alive. We are up to 1992. Now, this one, I was going through the list of 1992 releases, and I have a top 5, but this is a weaker year for me. There's one movie that is in my top 10 of all time. And then there's another movie that I love, and the rest are just the ones I liked better than a lot of other releases. So I know there's plenty of good movies from 1992, but it wasn't like a banner year for me. So I'm going to go ahead and give you my top 5. Before I do, if you would, please consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already, and make sure you hit the bell icon. That way you get notified when new videos drop. Also, give me a thumbs up, helps the video out, and leave me a comment. You already know the deal. I want to know your top 5 from 1992, or at least your favorite. But people have been leaving their top 5s in the comments, and I love that. So yeah, leave me your top 5 down below from 92. All right, let's just jump right in. My number 5, these will be in order from now on. I think a few people, asked me about doing them specifically in order rather than random. So I'm going to do it. These are in order. My number 5 is going to be Death Becomes Her, Robert Zemeckis film. One that I saw when I was a kid, probably a little too young to see it, but a lot of it went over my head anyway. But as an adult, I appreciated it more. I think it's very funny. Meryl Streep is in it, Goldie Hawn, Bruce Willis, great cast. A fun movie from the early 90s and feels very early 90s as well. Some of the effects, still good. Some a little wonky, but that's okay. It adds to the charm of the movie. Next up, this one I watched when I was a kid a few times, and I loved it. And that is going to be Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the original movie, of course, starring Christy Swanson, my boy Paul Rubens, hilarious in this, Luke Perry, Rutger Hauer, Donald Sutherland. Awesome movie, very much a product of its time. Christy Swanson, amazing in it. So yeah, I do really enjoy Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Now, next is going to be Bram Stoker's Dracula. My number 3, Bram Stoker's, not Strokers. That's don't look that up. Bram Stoker's Dracula. This is a Francis Ford Coppola film. The production design, fantastic. Use a lot of old school kind of filming techniques and stuff. All the effects are in camera. I love all that kind of stuff. Gary Oldman's amazing in it. I think, his performance is why the movie for me is still as good as, and Anthony Hopkins, I think, is also amazing. Keanu Reeves, not so much, very miscast, but everyone else carries him, so it's okay. All right, now the top 2. This is my favorite of the sort of early Batman movies. We'll go those first 4. And that's going to be Batman Returns with Michael Keaton as Batman. Of course, this is the one with Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. Fantastic movie. Danny DeVito as the Penguin. It's dark, but it's also Christmas. I like to watch it at Christmas time because it's set at Christmas and it has all the snow and the big Christmas tree lighting thing and the presents and all that. But it's kind of funny, but it's very dark. I think it's darker than the first movie, but I have always loved Batman Returns. And my number 1, the movie that is in my top 10 of all time. I love this film. I think it is this director's best movie for me. It's my favorite of his. Amazing score, amazing performances, and that's going to be The Last of the Mohicans. Daniel Day-Lewis, Madeline Stowe, gorgeous. Michael Mann. For a guy who's all the movies around this, very modern, movies, and always shooting in LA and all this kind of stuff. Digital photography is what he kind of, was one of the early adopters of it. And then he does this old period kind of movie from the French and Indian War, and it's my favorite one of his. I just love that movie. I think it's fantastic. I saw it when I was a little kid, but I didn't really like it when I was a kid. But then I saw it again in school, and then I loved it. It was over. I've seen it so many times. Fantastic film. So those are my top 5 from 1992. Death Becomes Her, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Bram Stoker's, why do I keep saying something's up? Bram Stoker's Dracula, Batman Returns, Last of the Mohicans. Again, let me know in the comments down below what are your top 5. I'll be back with 1993 in the next video. So until then, take it easy.